Hey YouTube, Grunt Reviews, continuing our series, working our way through all the bullpups here. As you can see, I've got another IWI box. Guys, this is going to be our unboxing and tabletop review on the IWI Tavor 7. Guys, as always, go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, give that notification bell a little tickle with your finger, and I've got my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description if you like what we're doing for you here at the channel, and let's get into it. So, without further ado, we are going to jump right into this bad boy. So, obviously cardboard box, we get our egg crate foam up top. We do get our firearm. It originally did come in the grease bag here. Does come with one 20-round PMag, literature, our lock, and then some Meprolite literature there as well. And the original chamber flag, and that's about it for this unboxing. Let me get everything out of the way here. And let's take a look at the actual firearm itself. I'm going to zoom this bad boy in. So, this one is, if you've ever shot a SAR-TAR or an X95, this is kind of a weird hybrid between the two of them, essentially. It's got some good and bad from both designs here. One more thing I will mention, it does come with two QD mounts with it as well too. They come on the firearm. I'm going to take those off just to get them out of the way there, and we are going to pull the magazine and get that bad boy out of the way. So obviously this thing is in 308, 7.62 by 5.1, and we will work our way from front to back. So we do get a relatively nice little muzzle brake on the front of this as well. Nice to see something that is a little bit better than just like a standard A2 bird cage, so nice little thought there. We do have a adjustable gas system on this. Now what's very nice is on this you'll notice the hole is a little bit bigger than a lot of them. If you read the manual, this is actually designed for a 308 projectile to fit in there perfectly to adjust the gas system without requiring any additional tools. So it's nice that you can just pop one out of the mag and rotate that. It does have 4 settings. It has a normal, it has an adverse or higher gas setting, has a suppressed gas setting, and then it also has an off setting for single shot. Essentially it works as a bolt action, if you will. So as we continue to work our way forward, of course we do have a full section of pick rail down the top, and then on the bottom here, can never get my finger on this thing just right. Bear with me here. There we go. All right. Sometimes you just have to be smarter than the gun. So the handguard does slide off there, rotates off to the side instead of rotating forward to backward. We do get a small section of pick rail underneath. The other cool thing that I do like about these IWI handguards is you can move them back and forth and they'll lock into place so you're not stuck with it all the way back. So if you do like to get a little bit more of a forward grip on it, you're able to move that up just a bit. Not a huge deal, and it would be nice to see some M-lock down here, but overall a halfway decent design there, and a good little thought by IWI. We do pick up a couple of vent holes here, M-lock sized. We have some venting along the top as well. we do have our charging handle, and it locks into place in two different manners. So you can manually lock it to the rear just like so, and a simple flick brings it forward. You also do have the option as well to use the magazine catch bolt lock there, and then when the mag runs dry, obviously you can release the bolt catch. So this is a non-reciprocating charging handle, and it is reversible. You can use it on either side. As we work our way down and back, the magazine release is in an AR style location, and it is ambidextrous as well, so it is on both sides of the firearm. Ambidextrous safeties as well. We have, of course, our lock system for exchanging or removing the barrel, I should say, for cleaning. The firearm itself can be changed out left hand or right hand. There are conversion pieces available. And then the bolt catch being, let me lock this thing to the back here, being that it's located in the center of the firearm there, obviously is ambidextrous, so you can hit it left hand or right hand. And we do have a couple of QD mounts. So we've got one here about midship. We have one on the, we'll call it the butt of the stock there. And then you do repeat that on the right-hand side as well too. Kind of my only thought or only point of improvement would be nice if they had put a QD mount up front. Just one somewhere maybe, IWI if you're listening, just a small bit of improvement there. And then we work our way to the very back, and no rubber or anything, just a very solid butt pad, and it actually does have a decent amount of grip to it as well. So if you're wearing slick clothing or your kit or whatever, you will get a little bit more bite on that gear. And then as we work our way down to the trigger, we do have that IWI Cutlass handguard, and I believe they also offer the conversion piece for this, so you can turn it into a more traditional handguard if you would like. And we'll get into the part a lot of you I know are watching this for, is how is the trigger on this bad boy. So bullpups have not had the best reputation for good triggers. When the original Tavor came out, the SAR-TAR, the trigger was terrible, really heavy, really long, really sloppy, and they've continued to improve that over the years. So this particular trigger, and we'll get my finger on there, and we'll set it to fire. So decent amount of take up there, and it feels a little bit gritty, but we come back in, we hit a spongy kind of wall, and then we have that break. So one more time. We've got that little bit of slop in the first stage. We hit our wall, a little bit of creep, a little bit more creep, and then we have our break right there. And then reset on this bad boy. Here we go. Reset. A little bit long. Very audible. And then back to that little bit of creep and a break. Overall, it's not a terrible trigger. Definitely a vast improvement from the original. It's not a performance trigger by any means, but they have lightened this significantly as well too. Definitely usable, definitely very serviceable. And there we go. As always, I'm going to pull out my handy dandy Lyman digital trigger gauge here, and we're going to see what this thing weighs out at. All right, first break, 5 pounds, 9.5 ounces. We will reset it. All right. So that first stage is right about 3 pounds, give or take. And then we'll continue on through. All right, 5 pounds, 11.6 ounces. And we'll do one final. And last pull, 5 pounds, 6 ounces. So I would say right in between that, that 5 to 6 pound range. Very usable, very serviceable. Good weight for a combat style trigger. And lastly, we are going to grab a weight on this bad boy. Let me zero this thing out. All right. And we are sitting at 9 pounds, 4.78 ounces. And with an empty magazine, puts us at 9 pounds, 10.5 ounces. So is a little bit heavier than the X95. However, with that being said, with the additional recoil of the 308 and the additional energy, you do want that additional mass to absorb that recoil. And on top of that as well, stepping up to the 308 round, everything has to be a little bit bigger, a little bit beefier, larger diameter barrel, obviously bigger bolt carrier, bigger bolt, everything increases in size just a bit. But overall, first look, of course this one is in OD green. They do have them in tan and black as well. OD green's growing on me just a little bit. Has traditionally been one of my least favorite colors on a firearm. IWI actually does a decent job with it on this one. One last thing I'll mention, that unlike the X95, this does not have backup iron sights built into the rail. They instead give you a little bit more venting along the top there, but you will obviously have to put an optic on it, whereas the X95 at least does come with some backup irons built into it. But all in all, solid little package in 308. Looking forward to the range review on it. We'll see how she performs. So guys, as always, I do appreciate your time watching this. Stay safe, train hard.